There's a airside meeting room on the left, and that's where the formation, and they have a lot of really good 8th Air Force exhibits there. The name for the overall prior to the 8th Air Force. Then the 8th came along, and then 8 more were formed of the 8th. And I don't know why it jumps from 15 to 20. Up here is where the 8th Air Force was formed. The red lights are headquarters installations. The 8th Air Force itself, and then the various divisions and so forth.
Fly about 2,000 miles round trip, carry about 6,000 pounds of bombs. And the thought process was there were going to be hundreds of these, but a decision was made to equip the B-17s with
What they call 12.7 millimeter, which is basically the same size as 50 caliber, although they weren't interchangeable. But 20 millimeter was their predominant weapon on those fighters, so it's a little more potent than our 50 cal, but the fighters did a pretty good job of it. So, as Al mentioned, not really. Okay, let's move along. Shot down by he was blown out of the airplane. He had a great Pratt Whitney. I say probably because I used to work for Pratt. The letter meant the arrangement of the cylinders, so R for radial, and so these are all well over 2,000 horsepower. They got up to most of the, actually the majority of the E-24s that the Army Air Forces flew, but they also did a whole bunch of these engines. Chevy made some of the Pratt Whitney, R-3s, R-24, Packard, you guys know Packard. They made
The old Quonset hut. Quonset huts. Lived in one of these my first tour in Korea. It was pretty cool. Sit down and get your day's bombing mission. You don't sleep. And this is exactly what we used to keep them Quonset huts warm when I was over there. And they had a little thing you hooked up to a 5-gallon can and a carburetor, and you could adjust the flow of the fuel. And we used to run gasoline. I'm talking real gasoline. As they call it, Mo gas.